yeah, that's just my opinion.
100%. All right, latest news. So we've got Moonbirds announcing that they are now CCO. There was no communication whatsoever to holders. They came out with this announcement today. We're announcing that Moonbirds and Oddities are moving to CCO public license. We believe this move honors and respects the value of the internet and Web3 and starts a new and important phase of the project. Now, I'm pissed off, Cade. I'm very pissed off.
Tell me why.
Well, I'm very pissed off. When I bought my Moonbird for $22,000, I bought it because I knew that I had full IP rights to that particular bird, which is on their website, that I have full IP rights as a holder to my bird. They've now gone and changed that without consulting anybody in the community on their own accord and said it's now CCO. So what that basically means is that now you can take my Moonbird, you can right click and save it, you can make a brand out of it, you can make it your logo, and I've got no legal recourse against you because it's officially been made CCO by Proof Collective.
Damn, dude. Damn.
So I flawed mine out of a matter of principle. I flawed it. I don't give a fuck. I don't.
What is it at right now?
It dropped all the way to 13. It's now at 17. I don't care what it goes to, what it was. When I looked at it from a US dollar value, I bought it a month ago when ETH was $1,100. I sold it today when ETH was 1,700, and I ended up pretty much breaking even because I just wanted to make a point. I don't care what anyone does. I'm not waiting to watch what happens. I feel misled. I purchased something on the basis of something else. I expected a lot more from this team and from Kevin Rose. And I really do believe it's an absolute slap in the face to holders. And I don't particularly want you using my bird as your logo and not being able to go after you if I want to legally.
So now that this happened, we can go back to last week when my point of not putting Moonbirds at the top was I was like, look, they haven't done anything yet. All they've done is say we got Kevin Rose, but we don't know anything else. Does your stance on Moonbirds change from what it was last week, or do you still hold the same? You just don't like them as much?
I'm still bullish on Kevin Rose, and I'm still bullish on what these guys will do. They think they're acting in the best of the community. That might even be the case. But in Web3, you consult the community. You don't just make decisions like my daddy and decide to do what you want because you know what's best for me. I want to have a say. This isn't a 0.1 ETH collection. This is a 20 ETH collection. Guys spent a lot of money, and I don't think it was handled in the correct way. And I think it should have been an internal discussion in the community with community members before they just acted this way.
Hey, look, but either way, at least you got a bag out of it, right?
No, well, I pretty much broke even, to be honest. I pretty much broke even.
Bag, the actual bag.
The moon. I didn't. Mine wasn't fucking nested. I didn't even get the bag.
Oh my god, dude! Guys, smash a like because Phil got absolutely fucked from all directions in this entire Moonbirds situation here. Oh,
but it's okay. I'm a man of principle. It didn't sit easy with me. Look, Dickens, the long game for Moonbirds. So the reason that they've done this, they believe that it will get more exposure to the project, and basically, you guys will be able to use Moonbirds that wouldn't have been able to use it before, and that long term, it's for the betterment of all the holders, right? I think that's their thinking. In general, I do support CCO in general. I just don't support thinking I have IP rights and then having that being taken away and changed to CCO midstream. I want to know when I'm looking to buy a project at 20 ETH, whether it is CCO or not. So I bought it with the thinking that it was like Bored Ape Yacht Club, that I have full intellectual property rights over my ape, and if someone misuses my ape, I have recourse against them. That was what it was when I bought it, and I've been rugged. That's been taken away from me overnight Serious,
Rip.
serious. That's
It's
how I
fucked.
feel. I feel misled. But
Yeah, I
you know,
agree. What would you have liked if so say they made that decision, they were gonna roll with it. Would you rather them just said, hey, we're gonna do this anyway. We're just gonna let you guys know about it. Would you have been okay with that, or what would your reaction have been?
I think there should have been a discussion with the community, a verbal discussion. This is what we're thinking of doing. This is why we're thinking of doing it, and we want to get your input because we haven't made a decision yet. You are our holders. We're beholden to our holders, and we want to get your input. And then let everyone have their say. What they did was they released the announcement that it's CCO, and then
Mhm.
they had a thing in their Discord, and now they actually have a spaces going on now. But I'm not interested. Fuck them. I'm really not.
Dude, I'm sorry. That fucking sucks for you. I mean, aside from me
No,
roasting you a little bit, it does suck.
no, I'm fine. I got out. I haven't made anything. I haven't lost anything. Learned a bit of a lesson, but yeah, I didn't like the way it was done. You know.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, that is kind of weird how they just kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, that's why. Here's the thing that's what I said about Boy Yacht Club 6 months ago. I was like, I don't like the way they just drop information all at once on top of people, as if it's cool. I'm like, it's not cool. It's not funny. I mean, if it's great news, if it's an announcement like, hey, everyone's getting airdropped ApeCoin, then it's cool. But if it's not anything else, I don't like that. I was like, I'd rather you guys keep people up to date, and that's why I put Boy Yacht Club at the top because they've gotten better over time. They're now, you know, engaging and letting people play the game before it's even really beta. And I'm like, that's not something Board Yacht Club usually would have done. And I think it's because people in the community were like, hey, let us in on what's going on a little bit. Like, we want to know, we want to be part of it. And I think that's what with Moonbirds, I think they could have definitely done a better job with that announcement, not has had as much backlash if they just approached the delivery better.
Yeah, for sure. Dickenza says, but the goal is maths exposure. No, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That's what they're going for. But again, I think the holders should have been seriously considered in it, and possibly to say, look, Moonbirds, we keep it as it is. If the community split like it is, and if you go into their Discord, a lot of people are okay with it, a lot of people are angry. Then say, Moonbirds not CCO, but oddities CCO. So
Mm,
then at least you're starting, and that hits people a bit less because that's 1 ETH instead of 20 Ethereum.
right.
You saw what I did with my board ape and whatever. I made it the logo for my show and whatever. I don't want that being taken away from me or someone else doing the same thing with my logo. Um,
Sure.
so yeah, Dickenza, yes, that is their goal is mass exposure. I don't know that it achieves that. I don't particularly think it's good for the brand if some Chinese guy makes a whole clothing range of shit quality with pictures of the Moonbirds on them that will represent the brand badly, and
Yeah.
that's the downside of CCO, and that's why you're seeing a lot of these entry level projects that are free mints are CCO, and they're never going to get past 1 Ethereum, and that's fine. Let them make a whole cheap crap range with your name on it. When you are 20 ETH projects and you're trying to establish yourself as a brand with value, you don't want subpar products and items and brands using your imagery. You want to have
Right.
control over that.
I
And
agree.
that's what they've given up.
Yeah, I agree. Also, sorry, I'm looking at my phone. There's a mint that's supposed to happen like in a minute. It's like a free mint that my friend got me whitelist for. I don't know anything about it. I'm just